Hi, do you need to do Common Core with your kids? Let me tell you why it's not as bad as you think. Hi, my name is Kimberly Jacobs. Thanks for tuning in. I've been getting a lot of calls and questions about Common Core. Do we really have to do this? Why are they doing this? I can't help my kid with their homework because I don't understand the answers. Let me explain how some of the textbook companies have misrepresented what the Common Core was asking. What the Common Core was asking teachers to do was present content to students in a way that they would have a flexible thinking pattern to solve problems and apply their skills and knowledge in real world situations. It kind of almost is a rebuttal to the type of testing that we're asking the students to do, where we just want them to parrot back the latest thing that they were told. The Common Core and the direction that testing is probably going to go is asking the students to show how they're thinking. I don't know why we need to test that, because teachers and parents all know when their children are doing well. Why this high stakes accountability testing is going on, I can't answer that. But the Common Core in itself is not bad, is not evil. Math books were written, the ones I've seen have been written where there's going to be a concept like solving for the unknown, and it's going to show the kids 3 different ways to solve it. There's good news and bad news in that. The good news is that the first way doesn't really make sense to your child. The second way might, and it'll click in and they will learn the skill and be able to practice it and apply it in their real world. However, if a student has attention problems or memory problems, any kind of focusing problems, having the 3 different presentations could actually confuse them. And that's where teachers and parents need to be very attuned to the children as individuals. Does this child as an individual understand the first way to do it? If so, maybe they don't need to practice the other 2 ways. Common Core and principles, I don't know why, but lately the principles really are attached to the idea of the algorithms are bad. We need to do this new mental math. The algorithms aren't in themselves bad, but what happened in that past decade with this high stakes testing is kids were using the algorithms and not knowing why they worked. So the new Common Core wants the students to have an understanding of why the algorithm worked, and of course they can use the algorithm. An example of a student who knew a skill, and I'm just going to write on a scratch paper here. She knew a skill, she knew how to subtract, but here's her problem. So she has 107 over 16, and it's a subtraction problem. 7 minus 6 is 1. Oh, that's not even going to work. I'm just going to use a scratch paper to write this down. So if we have 24 minus 67, because the smaller numbers on top, this isn't going to work. And a student who doesn't understand place value and why this isn't going to work, they're going to make this kind of mistake. They're going to borrow from the 20. And I've seen this done just this year by an 8th grader. They borrow from the 20, make it a 1, so they have 14 minus 7 makes 7. And then they have 1 minus 6. They know they can't do 1 minus 6. So this is literally what she did. Is she drew a 0, she crossed out the 0 and borrowed to make an 11 minus 6. She doesn't understand you can't just turn a 1 into an 11. And that's what the Common Core is supposed to solve in math. So we're not going to be afraid of Common Core. We do need to look at our students individually to decide, do they need presented the 3 different ways? Do they need to practice the 3 different ways? In my special education practice in my classroom, sometimes if they're understanding one of the visual ways that I've taught them, I don't even have them learn the algorithm, because that might just confuse them. So know your children, talk to your teachers. Common Core is not bad. It's wanting your kids to think. It'll be fine. And I'll see you later. If you found this of value, share it out and subscribe so you can get an update the next time I put up a video. Have a good day. Bye.